Good everybody, Vanish001 here. I got a little funny moment at the start here. I'm kind of wondering what everybody's looking at. Because I look over at my squad mates and they're all looking up. And I'm thinking, what the fuck are they looking at? And there he is. He's running, mate. He's running for dear life, trying to get away. He's glitched up in the air somehow. People are actually spawning off him. So he's not like frozen or anything in the game. He eventually does drop down. But, you know, snipers got to have it all, mate. Now they can fucking fly and shit. What the hell? So that guy just spawned on him. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? It was a conquest match we had, but I've got a Rush gameplay for you here today. Kind of enjoying Rush at the moment. On the server, if you have played on it, you'll know that the map rotation we have going on, well, this is the start of the Rush game right here, is set to Conquest Rush, Conquest Rush. It's normal tickets. Now, I've had a few people say, oh, can you up the ticket count and all that? We tried that out, okay, but it goes from 100%, which is the normal tickets, to 200%. 200% works quite well on some maps. It's a lot of fun on, you know, particularly like Caspian Border, it worked quite well. You know, Caspian Border only has 150 tickets by default. But it worked quite well on that. But then we played Gulf of Oman, and that was 600 and something tickets, and that turned into like a 45-50 minute game. It was a real grind. Like halfway through it just started grinding on you. It's not how Battlefield was released, and that's kind of how I want to play Battlefield. I want to play Battlefield how it was released. I know there's a lot of 24/7 Metro servers, you know, Conquest, Rush, whatever, you know, 1700 tickets, 1000 tickets, whatever. And that's not what I want to play, and I don't think that's what a lot of my subs want to play either. I've had a lot of people ask, you know, or even say in the comments, I just want to play Battlefield. You know, I want to play it how it was released. You know, with normal tickets, you know, good map rotations. And that's what the questions I'm going to leave down below are asking you guys. What maps do you want to play on? You know, what game modes do you want to play? I'm not too keen on having TDM. Okay, not a game mode I particularly enjoy playing. Some people might like it. Maybe I might throw it in there. But I'm more want to gauge what maps in particular you guys would like to play Conquest or Rush on. So there's a couple of questions down below. If you could just leave a thumbs up beside whichever, you know, or leave a comment about what map you would like to play or what game mode you would like to play that particular map on. And I'll try to get the server going how, you know, the majority feels it should be. As I said with the ticket count, you know, if I could take it up 125%, you know, it would be perfect, I think. Yeah, Depot making a run for it over there. But you can't do that, and I have, you know, tweeted at Battlefield. I said, well, maybe that's a, you know, incrementally bring the tickets up by tens or something like that. That'd be great. And, you know, you get the standard. We'll take that under advisement. Thanks for the feedback and all that. But, you know, that's what I kind of want to do, but I can't, because there's just some maps it really does not work well on. It really doesn't. It just turns into a grind fest, and if you want to play a grind fest, there are plenty of fucking 24/7 whatevers, Grand Bazaars, CNs, Metros. Now, the reasoning behind Close Quarters coming out ahead of Armored Kill is, you know, the research for DICE. You see that guy was shooting me for health? Now, if he just chilled for a couple of seconds till I cleared, you know, my field of view, I would have thrown him health down if he'd pressed the back button and I had heard it. But he was shooting at me, which then got him killed. So don't do that, okay? I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna fucking get this and I'm gonna getting it. Fucking, he didn't see me. He didn't see me. Yeah, he fucking saw me. But anyway, yeah. That's the reason Armored Kill is coming out after, is because people are obviously wanting these close quarter maps, because you look at the server list, primarily it's all close quarters. And, you know, that's where the feedback for DICE is they want, people want that. They want those close quarter maps. They want to play on, you know, tiny little maps. And Armored Kill is more for, I guess, the people who came from Bad Company 2, Battlefield 2, whichever, who want those large expansive maps like Cargo Island, Caspian Border, you know, those epic battle maps. I do quite enjoy the Wake Island 5 flag. I think it very tank heavy map. If you've got a tank on that, you're going to rule the day. So I was thinking I'd get that, and then I saw that grenade and I thought, oh, I'm dedicated. I'm going to get it. I'm fucking committed to getting this MCOM, and no, I didn't get it. But I cut off the first part of the game here because it was pretty much just blah 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 blah, they got the first crates. But this is what I want to talk about with Rush here. I'll kind of skip off that topic, I'll come back to, you know, the server after. But what I want to talk about with Rush very quickly, it's not news to anybody what I'm going to talk about, but it doesn't seem to be what people are doing, you know. Well, I've played a lot of Rush over the last few days, and people don't seem to be putting up that forward line of defense. Okay, they seem to hang back behind their MCOMs. Patchy commented about this in the chat. We were talking, and he says people just don't move up. Now, I'm not talking about spawn killing, getting into the enemy spawn or anything. I'm talking about simply moving up to a position where it cuts the enemy advance off. Now, this base here in particular gives you a great example of that. Now, we're doing a bit of scrambling at the moment, you know, trying to clean up the guys that have made that initial push in and rushed us pretty well, actually. Can't believe I didn't get that guy at the 1911. Anyhow, you had that road just in front. Now, this hill here is your forward line of defense. Defense. I don't know how that came out like that, but it did. Alright, I'm going to leave it in, but that came out as a defense. Anyway, that road is your perfect fucking line. It's right there on the map. It's visible to everybody. This is where you defend. Okay, you don't let them past here. Now, they can flank down to the left of me there, underneath the bridge, and come up around. But not everybody has to push up, so that guy just popped out of fucking nowhere right then. They can come up, you know, right behind me where I am now, but not everybody has to move up. You have to kind of recognize where your team is thin. Now, the great thing about Battlefield 3 is when somebody dies, if you're a medic, you will have, you know, the heartbeat symbol. Get me up. But you also have the skull and crossbones. For everybody else who is not a medic, you'll be able to see when your teammates are down. Now, if you see 3, 4, 5 skull and crossbones on a map, you know there's a large enemy force moving through that particular area of the map. This is how I play. I focus, well, not focus completely, 100% of my attention, but I do focus on where I see these skull and crossbones on the map. Not just on the map, you know, in the game itself, where I see it in front of me in my field of view. If I see, you know, 3 or 4 down, I'll go and have a look. If I see 5 down, I'll call out to my mates, look, there's a fucking shitload of guys moving this way, let's go and have a look. You have to pay attention. These icons are there for a reason. Now, the other big threat on most Rush maps is the Amtrak. We call it the brick, because it's practically a fucking brick on wheels. It's a fortress, mate. If it had side guns where you could shoot outside, you'd be so screwed. It'd just be, you would not be able to fucking take that thing down. People would be, you'd have to hide continuously and tag team the fuck out of it with RPGs to bring it down, which you practically have to do anyway. But we're all panicking here. We're saying, we get that fucking gun. Disarming the crate. Fucking shit. And Aussie goes, I got him. Panicking and shit. But these are the games I quite like. I have to say, guys, I'm very impressed by a majority of the people who have come onto the server and played. You bring a very good game. You play very well. You give very tough games. There are the occasional slow games, but I got the feeling a lot of those aren't my subs, you know, because I recognize a few of your names, like from Twitter or, you know, wherever, you know, in channel comments. Some of you have the similar gamer tag that you do on your YouTube, and you bring it. It's great. I've been finding some of the best games I've had in Battlefield have been on this server with my subs on the enemy team or on my team. Now, of course, we've had a few occasions where we've had to kick people for, you know, sitting in the base having EOD bot wars, or one guy in particular was trolling us by bailing his Jeep into us and road killing us. Now he was only doing that to us, and yeah, I don't want to talk about it because it gives him like, oh, he's fucking talking about me, fuck this guy, you know. Yeah, anyway, so he actually ended up getting banned because he'd done it over a number of maps, and he did it continuously. So I just banned his ass from the server. I mean, if he's going to be like that, coming in intentionally trolling people, which he admits to, then, you know, he's gone. I don't want him playing on the server at all. Now, we're trying to be vigilant about people doing certain things, but you got to remember we're playing at that moment, and it's not like PC where you can go into a chat box and say, look, this guy's doing this. You have to send us a message over Xbox Live, which I have my notifications off when I'm playing, so I don't see those messages until I, you know, at the end of the round I might have a look and see what messages I do have. So I am, you know, apologetic to people who have like sent me messages saying, oh, this guy's doing this, can you get rid of him? And I just can't do that sometimes. Now, I try my best to keep ahead of it, but you gotta remember, I'm trying to play the fucking game myself. And as I said, it's not like PC. But yeah, the questions will be down below, and I hope people, you know, leave a thumbs up and a few comments on what maps they would like to see. I typically like to have Caspian, Karg, I have a Metro Conquest, Nose Hairs Canal, Rush and Conquest, which I don't mind Nose Hairs at all. It's not a bad map. Pretty good on Rush actually. You know, just a few. I have Cien once in a while. Damavan Rush I'm thinking of putting back in. So just leave us some comments down below and give a thumbs up on the game modes you'd like to particularly see. And I'll do my best to satisfy most people. You know, kind of majority rules kind of thing. So there we go, we've got Rush gameplay from me, who's rarely played Rush on Battlefield 3 at all. But I did play a shitload of it on Bad Company 2, pretty much only played that on Bad Company 2. But yeah, it's pretty much been Conquest all around on Battlefield 3, and Rush has been kind of a welcome change, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'll catch you again next time, and thanks for watching.